Hey guys, nice and early and midweek morning. I have a day off today, so I'm working all weekend, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. I am back on the Mini, and welcome back, firstly, to the Ride Right Waxing channel. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe, and share with your friends. So, summer project, back on the Mini. I've got the welder out, and firstly, thank you to all you awesome people that have commented on the previous videos and have watched it. It's a labour of love, and I'm getting in and in and in and in and in, even deeper and deeper. But we're getting there, and thank you to the people that have commented about all the holes in the floor. I have, but I actually forgotten that one and that one, that one and that one, because they were painted and sealed over quite nicely until I wire wheeled the whole bottom of the floor and realised the grommets were still in the floor. How on earth I forgot those? Mind you, it has had a lot of holes, so we have welded all those up and got those sorted out. The floor underneath has taken quite a lot of work. We have got to do the underneath the wheel arches on both sides today. I've just got to tidy the front of the floors up and tidy the gear lever tunnel up. I do need to move this little piece of wood just here and move that forward so I can clean underneath there. And then I'm going to start, once hopefully I can get all that done, stripping and taking out the rear subframe. So I've got to jack that up, get the rear subframe out, and basically I'm going to cut the boot floor out, and then that way then I can wrap the line, the whole underside of the car in one foul swoop, do the boot inside, do the interior inside, and do the engine bay. And that way then when it's all painted, so I'm going to get it to the point where I've obviously fitted it, drilled all the holes, and got everything that I think I need, because I can't afford to buy the fuel tank and all the bits and bobs. That's going to be something afterwards. But it'd be clean work. I am fed up with my workshop. Doesn't look dirty, but believe me, it really is dusty. Yeah, so that's the art of today. Pretty much the same as last time, but the last time the underside literally took me 7 hours to take all the paint off, back to bare metal, which I've rust treated and painted. And I think I will do a shell paint afterwards, but money depending. Anybody wants to sponsor any part of this channel, feel free, albeit you will only get most probably 54 people watch it, so most probably isn't cost effective for you, but would be for me. Anyway, let's crack on with this awesome mini project. Right, just really quickly, one great recommendation, and I learnt this on very early on in the project, which has saved me so much time, and for the cost of it, it's definitely worth doing. I've just had a Draper angle grinder, which has just blown up, so I've gone and bought myself another one. So, brand new one, like I say, nothing too fancy, to be honest with you, because you do kind of sling them around and they do get used. I bought this one, this make just here, and I bought this for the simple reason, for the quick release grinder guard, which is awesome, and that way then it just stops those metal particles flying into your face wherever possible, deflects them as much as possible, where a lot of the others have a Phillips screwdriver screw and you've got to flip it and twist it, and it's a little bit more fiddly. We've got the lock off just on there, and the reason for having two, top tip, is you can have a grinding wheel on one, or a metal brush on one, and a grinding disc on number two, or a flappy disc, whichever way you want to call them. Bought these off of Amazon, 20 of them, £16.50. Toolstation, £3.50 each. Don't know how long they will last, but I burned through these just to try and linish stuff back and clean it all up, because my welding's crap. Basically, I'm getting there, but I'm not quite a perfectionist as yet in any way, shape or form, so I do have to find I've got to linish a lot of stuff back. So get yourself two. If you're really, really posh, why not have three and have a cutting disc on the other one, and that way then just transitioning between the two just saves you so much time. Top tip, Ride Right Waxing, classic mini build, haha. Let's crack on with the underside of this car. Okay, as you can see, it is very tight under here. Weld's going on good, which is great. We're getting good penetration all the way around. I have just put myself a new end on and a new copper tip, which is good because it's starting to really clag up. I haven't changed that for quite some time. So yeah, we're basically just welding this one up now. We've got 2 more to do that side. And then we're pretty much... we've done the front. I've just got to move the wood, but I might move the wood when I take the rear subframe out, which shouldn't really take that long, to be honest with you. It's 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts. I haven't got to disconnect the fuel line and brake line and any of that because that's already been done and cut out, which is great. So that should drop out relatively simple, but I need to do these because I want to put the piece of wood across these areas here. So I've got to make sure these are good and they're sealed and they're tight and they're painted. So I'm going to get these welded up, linish these back, and then we're going to crack on. So we're getting there. Slow progress, but as you can see, super tight under here. Could do with a ramp really, but anyway, every day we're getting closer. So there we are. What I've done is use some nice chunky washers and put them in all 4 holes, welded around this side, welded around the top side inside the car. So we've got great penetration both sides. I'm going to linish these 4 back now. We'll grind them all back. Yeah, see where it takes me after that. Hopefully we'll get rid of this thing and get this off today if I can. But yeah, it's just time is against me. But we're going to keep cracking on. Here we go. So we are all filled and we rust treated all of that lot. They are a little bit, I suppose about 1 mil proud, but I'm not really that worried about it, to be brutally honest. When I run a line all this anyway, it will blend in lovely. Yeah, really pleased with that. One shout out though, Nick Thornhill. I've been watching him on YouTube. Guy's restoring a Mini. He's a little bit braver than I am. He's cut all the back panel out and the flooring out, etc. And done a phenomenal job on his bulkhead, to be fair. So if you haven't seen him, go across to his YouTube channel, Nick Thornhill. I'll pop a little link in the description, but also I'll pop a quick picture of his page up on there. And it's all a bit of sharing a bit of love, really. We kind of do this stuff. We're nuts. I could be sat in the garden. It's 30 degrees outside and it is hot in here welding and grinding. But for the love of cars, hey? We're all a bit nuts, really. I'm no Tavarish and I'm no B is for build or anything jazzy like that. But we're giving it a go and we're having a play. It is tight under here. So what I'm going to do now is I've just got some cleaning to do and then I'm going to lay some primer down. I've got to let the rust treating stuff cure. I've got a bit of sanding to do. So I'm just going to try and get all of that done while this mess is here. And then I'm going to attack this bad boy. Now, gonna get the subframe off. If anybody wants to know, these are Force Racing wheels with a single nut conversion. Quite cool, a bit sketchy because I was a bit worried they're gonna come undone. But yeah, I'm gonna take the rear subframe off. Very old negative camber brackets. I could do with getting some new one of those anyway. I'm going to get all the subframe powder coated, and I'm intrigued to see what this rear subframe mount panel, bulkhead panel, rear bulkhead panel, whatever you call it, kickboard, footboard, back floor, footboard, I don't know what it's called, but anyway, be interesting to see if there's any holes in here. So we're going to get that off and start tackling that, so then we can basically do the whole lot. We did paint underneath the wheel arches and all this lot about 10 years ago, so it should be relatively good, but we'll see. So stay tuned, guys, and yeah, let's crack on with the Mini. It's a hot day, and it is a dirty day. I knew this was going to be a nightmare doing this under here. In this, I say, I'm quite privileged. I've got quite a lot of room in my garage compared to most, but even then, when you have more room, you just collect more crap, and it's filthy. Check this out. It is absolutely minging. I have got stuff absolutely everywhere. I'm gonna have to have a major tidy up, but that said, ta-da! All good. All good. Really happy with that. Got all the floor sorted out. Had to put a little bit of filler on just to try and taper in some of these areas just here where the plate was. Again, I'm not cutting off the whole sill for the sake of that. Yeah, so I've cut like I said, tidied all that up, put some filler on, but it's so warm, the filler's just going off within seconds. But really pleased with that. Really pleased with all the wheel arch, the way it's all come out. We've really cleaned that back, and we've done that on both sides now. So we've done that over there as well. I've just got to tidy up this centre gearbox tunnel area here. I've got a little bit of filler just around there where I've done the CAD quick shift hole. And if you haven't checked that video out, go across and check that out. But I've got to clean underneath, so I've got to move this forward. I'm just going to wait for the primer to dry, and it's the epoxy primer, and that's recommended for bare metal because it etches on well, apparently. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be taking the subframe off in this video because this video will be quite long. I am going to do that though, hopefully in a minute, but I'm going to have a tidy up and then I'm going to start another video. So guys, hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and for a very hot, messy, dirty workshop, I will see you soon.